guys. I've just driven about 2 hours south east of Perth to a place called Harvey. In fact, I'm at Harvey Dam right at the minute. For those of you who have watched a few of my videos, you might recognise the location as where we shot an epic Aurora event. I think it was 1st of December from memory, first day of summer last year. And so I'm back here after doing a little bit of scouting on that trip. It looked like it would be a pretty awesome place to shoot the Milky Way when that was back up. So that's what I've come down here to do. While this won't be very suitable for shooting the Milky Way early on in the evening, it will be pretty good for a vertical Milky Way around 4 o'clock. Or 4 a.m. I should say. So at that point the Milky Way itself will be standing vertically here with the core pretty high in the sky. So depending on how the evening goes, I may wander back and have a go at shooting that. Okay, so we'll wander back to the car and go for a bit more of an explore and see what else we can find. There's a couple of other locations I remember from when I was here last time that might be interesting to explore for the Milky Way as well. Just come around into one of the tributaries off the main dam, and there's a lot of dead trees around here, which is the astrophotographer's dream. So these big trees behind me here line up beautifully with the South Celestial Pole, so might try and set up a time lapse here so I can get some nice star trails. And if I swing you around, you can see also in the water behind me there's a lot more dead trees, which will line up quite nicely for a panorama, or even just some tighter crops on the Milky Way. If I get a bit we'll just go down and get a little bit closer to the water and get a better idea of what I might be able to get there. But if the wind drops off, there could be some nice reflections to be had as well. Not so sure about coming out here next to the water's edge. It is very soft and muddy, and I picked the wrong day to forget to bring my Wellingtons. So I might try and find a different location to this. So I've been wandering around for a fair bit of the afternoon now, and I've had limited success at finding stuff. The water levels are much lower than they were last time I was here. But I've come out to Stirling Dam now, which is fairly restricted, but there's nothing on here that says you can't hike in. There's certainly no fishing or motorbiking, camping, etc. but I think this is okay for photography and just hiking around. So it looks pretty good. We've got some beautiful trees in the water. Milky Way itself will be rising up through this way. As you can see, fair bit of cloud around, so the forecast is for that to clear early evening, so fingers crossed that happens. But for now, I am going to head back to the car before it gets dark, because I'm a bit worried I might get lost on the way out of here. Lots of dirt roads and tracks and things, so I'm going to get myself back to Harvey, to the damn wall where I first introduced the video, and I'm also going to be meeting Virat, who should be arriving there pretty soon. Not quite sure how this evening is going to pan out, but I'm sure we'll make something work. Okay. Right, so we've returned out to Stirling Dam. It's about 9:30 now. I've just set up the Z30 for a time lapse, and I'm going to leave it running for a couple of hours. So we should get the Milky Way just rising above the horizon, and some nice trees in the foreground. Virat's got his running, and he's about to set up his GoPro as well. And then we'll wander a little bit further down the shoreline and to find some other trees, so we can shoot some more stacked and tracked shots away from the time-lapse cameras. Okay, so Virat set his GoPro up here. He set it up for Star Trail, so he's got the camera pointed towards the South Celestial Pole. You might be able to see in the background here, I don't know if you can or not, but there's some nice big trees. So Virat will get all of that, since with the GoPro it's got such a wide field of view. So yeah, hopefully Virat will share with us his results, which will be interesting to see. There you go, Virat.
Yep, hopefully they'll right, so it'll be a fun night.
Yep. Okay, so we've shot a bunch of foregrounds and we've moved on to tracking, and I've done a full panorama of a full 35mm panorama, and I'm just focusing on 20mm shots now. I'm not going to do a pano, I'm just going to focus on the core itself for the 20mm. And I just wanted to share with you a couple of the shots that we're getting. The amount of detail that we've got in these panos is incredible. Pretty happy with that. Fortunately the core is in a fairly dark part of the sky, which is more than I can say for the central part of the core, the due south part, because there's quite a lot of light pollution right on the horizon there, unfortunately. guys, that's just about a wrap for another evening. It's been a good shoot. There was, we probably had higher expectations for how dark it was going to be in these skies. Unfortunately, there was a reasonable amount of light pollution along the horizon, particularly due south. But I think the panos went pretty well, particularly once we let the core get a bit higher in the sky. So I just did the one full panorama this time, and a couple of smaller, more focused shots. The conditions have been really good. It started out very cloudy late afternoon, but the skies have cleared completely now. There's been zero wind, so we didn't really get the reflections we were hoping for, but there was still some reflections there, so they should be interesting in the shots. Thanks for sticking around, and I'll pop up the shots from tonight's shoot after this. Okay, catch you on the next adventure.